I don't know. He's going to lose to my Patriots today. They'll book that.
Yeah, I think so too.
But back to that Chargers game, I think that with the three-headed monster of McConkey, Keenan Allen, and Quentin Johnson, that's going to be way too much for this weak Dolphins defense to keep up with. Mike McDaniel is in shambles.
Quentin Johnson slowly turning back into his old self. Didn't he have a fumble
And
last week?
yeah, but he's been playing great at receiver.
Yeah.
Before it was the drops, the fumble I can live with, even though it's like terrible to turn the ball over, and don't get
It
me
was the
started on
wide
Ramondre
open
Stevenson.
field drops, the 30-yard drops
Yeah,
he would have that you were like, how are you in the NFL?
but the chemistry he's shown with Justin Herbert proves that there's a reason he was taken that high. He's one of those top players. Q3 looking like he's not going to play, right? Yeah, I do believe he might be out
Yeah,
today
I think
too.
he is out today.
But with Keenan Allen able to step up, and they still have other good receivers behind them, maybe
McConkey.
we see the rookie Trey Harris get some more reps this week. They also had that rookie, I can't think of his name, that played in the preseason that they were big fans of. Um, Let me look at this Quentin Johnson news real quick. But I still like these Chargers here. They added that defensive end from the Ravens as well, so that's a nice pickup. Quentin Johnson trending towards missing week 6, yeah. So I still think Keenan Allen and Lab McConkey will see big workloads this week, and Justin Herbert can do enough to spread the ball with whatever he's working with. Meanwhile, those Dolphins, I know A-Chain looks good. He could be on the move too.
Yeah.
Darren Waller's been a nice pickup to that team. He's looking like himself, a former rapper turned superstar NFL player once again. I think he already has 3 touchdowns in 2 games. But yeah, I don't see Tua doing enough to beat this team. Give me the Chargers here to cover the points and get back on track in that AFC West.
Yeah, and then we'll touch on this Dallas-Carolina game here real quick for you. For Alex, who was asking in the chat, Cowboys laying 3 on the road in Carolina, over under 48.5. Cowboys minus 170, Panthers plus 140. We'll just touch on this quick. I see a lot of people taking the over in this game, 48.5. I think it has snuck up there a little bit. I think it opened at 46. So a big 2.5-point movement there. I still think it'll be a high-scoring game. Cowboys have shown that they can put up points with anyone. The Panthers, I mean, Rico Dowdle last week putting up 200 yards and a couple touchdowns, carrying that offense to a huge win over Miami. Not a great team, but, Carolina's not dubbed as a great team. So those are the games you got to win at home. Carolina came out on top there. Leggett got going. Is McMillan back? Was he playing last week? I kind of forgot about him.
Torian McMillan?
Yeah.
Yeah, he played last week. But there's
I
no
think this will be
CeeDee
a
Lamb on the
high-scoring
other
game.
side. Yeah,
I
I think
fired up Dowdle again this week in my one league that I got him.
Oh yeah, I think Dowdle you can definitely fire up. Jake Ferguson too has been absolutely nails with or without CeeDee Lamb in the mix. Your boy George Pickens has been on fire with Dak Prescott too. I think there's a lot of points. I think the Cowboys are being written off as one of those lower teams. I like them to have a big day here and really put it to them. This Panthers team, 2 wins at home now though, so maybe they get something going. But I like Bryce Young to get some points. Torian McMillan to find the end zone, Rico Dowdle, Jake Ferguson, George Pickens. But I think those Cowboys do end up covering that spread.
Yeah. And then our next game on the slate, NFC at AFC matchup here with Seattle making the cross-country trip down to Jacksonville. Jaguars, the 4-1 Jags are getting 1 point at home, over under 47.5. Jags money line minus 105. Seahawks minus 115 to get the road win today. I am on Jacksonville. I was originally kind of leaning on Seattle, talking to myself into how their run game, and this is a good sell high spot for the Jags. I just don't think this is a game they're going to drop at home. I'm not big. I know Mackey's very big on this Seahawks team. I'm not as big on Darnold. I obviously love JSN and the running backs they have up there. Their defense is definitely stingy, but the way this Jaguars team's playing right now, I just can't fade them. Getting 1 point at home, I think Liam Cohn's going to be able to drop up a scheme today to be able to put up some points. 47.5, I'd lean on maybe an over there. But I'm going to have the Jaguars. I already posted this one. This is on my card. Jaguars on the money line. Got it at minus 103. So, and then they were asking, good to hear, through 40 on the Cowboys money line. That is why. Yeah, we're both pretty confident in that. I don't think the Panthers are going to be competing with the Cowboys today. If they do, it's an absolute shootout, and the Cowboys defense lost them that game. But yeah, what do you think here? Seattle, Jacksonville, pretty close pick 'em spot here.
Yeah, I mean, one thing you noted that I was not too in agreement with is the over in this game. I mean, these two defenses have been so strong. Everybody talks about that Seahawks defense being one of the top units in their stats to date. And we look at what the Jaguars have done, limiting Patrick Mahomes, that 99-yard pick six by Devin Lloyd, AFC Offensive Player of the Month. I believe he has an interception almost every game this year. And they've just been playing stout football. 2 new coaches jumping into their new spots too. Salute you. Thanks for joining in. But I like these Jaguars to get the job done here down in Duval with Liam Cohen giving his best impression. He's really changed that culture down there. Trevor Lawrence using his legs, Travis Etienne using his legs. We saw Travis Hunter get a few looks last week. He had the longest catch of his career and a nice snag. And Brian Thomas Jr. got to get him going as well. Yeah, I like this Jaguars team to push for this AFC South crown, like I've been saying, in a tight matchup here. Let's see if the Seahawks defense is legitimate, traveling far away from home, going across the country. Sam Darnold playing good football with one of the top wide receivers in the league in JSN. Probably the second or third best running back room in the NFL with Charb and KW3. And then guys like Torrey Horton and Cooper Kupp still stepping up as well. And oh, look, they got Elijah Arroyo in the mix too. So this Seahawks team has a lot going for them on offense. I just think that we're going to see a little bit of ghost today from Sam Darnold as he goes back to the AFC where he once wasn't so successful as he has been
I
this
agree.
season.
Yeah, I agree. Our only 4:00 game that we're going to get into. This is a great game, 4-1 versus 4-1, with the San Francisco 49ers coming east to take on the Bucks. Bucks are laying 3.5 points at home, over under 47.5. Bucks money line -180. Niners +150 on the road. Why don't you start us out on this one? NFC matchup, 4-1 versus 4-1.
Yeah, two of my favorite teams outside of the Patriots, probably my two favorite teams in the NFC. You got the Bucks, who have been on absolute fire. Every game has been absolutely dynamite, and Baker Mayfield steps up to the challenge every time, going up against the Mac Jones-led San Francisco 49ers, as Brock Purdy's still out this week. But Mac Jones has been undefeated since he took over the realm. The guy that Kyle Shanahan really wanted when they made him take Trey Lance, he's showing in his system he can be that guy. Yeah, I'm going to go with Mac Jones to get the job done here as dogs. I know he's on the road, and Baker Mayfield, you can't really write them off, especially with the way Emeka Egbuka's playing. NFL Rookie of the Year, NFC Rookie of the Year, definitely. He's completely popping off. You got Godwin potentially back in the mix, and Evans and McMillan not too far behind him. I don't think Bucky Irving's playing today. I believe it is Rashad White.
It is Rashad White, yeah.
Who's still very strong, but this Niners defense is one of the tougher units in the league, even without Nick Bosa, even without George Kittle on offense and Brandon Ayuk and Jawan Jennings, and the list goes on and on. Guys like CMC and Kyle Juszczyk step up. It was Kendrick Bourne last week playing with Mac Jones. Maybe we get Ricky Pearsall action too. So
Kendrick Bourne looked like Randy Moss on Thursday Night Football.
Yeah, and with that Mac Jones Patriots connection, it stayed strong. I think he had 12 to 14 catches for 150 yards. So look for Mac Jones to stay slinging it, and a great game plan by Kyle Shanahan here. I do like the Bucks to keep it competitive though, and I like the over spot here. I know that these two defenses can play tough, but I think there's going to be points put up. I think it goes late too. I think it starts off kind of slow, so maybe you take a live over here. I think that you can fire up your offensive players on both sides of the ball here, though, in a big second half of two teams that look to get to 5-1. But not my favorite pick of the day, but I do think the Niners are able to get out on the road. What do you like here? Road dogs? Do you think Baker continues?
I agree. I kind of like I think I hate to bet against the magic that this Bucks team has with all these game-winning drives, but I could see a spot where the Niners are up and the Bucks get, just another game-winning drive the way they've been playing these games. I think it could fall within that 3.5 for San Francisco, whether they get the job done on that last drive or not. I'm going to take the points with the Niners here. I think that's the play I'd be most confident in. Plus 150 on that money line is juicy, but similar spot to that Seahawks team coming over across the country down to Florida. Definitely a tough road trip. 10 a.m. body clock time. This is a 4:30 game, so I guess this is a little better and I guess a little different than that Jaguars game. But I'm going to take the points with the Jags here on the road, or with the Niners here on the road.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. One of my favorite games of the day. We got the chat saying that they love the Bucks. Baker goes off today. Not much drop off to White. I agree with that. But I do think that this Niners team is a little bit unwritten. Mac Jones, let's see it, buddy. Let's ride it here.
They just keep finding ways.
You can't go the one time you go against the streak, it only misses once. So you got to stick with the streak. Heard that plenty of times. So
I've bet on one Niners game all year so far, and it was I had the Jags plus the points when the Jags beat them. Now I'm kind of scared because I in Tampa, tough spot.
Well, that was a
here,
Brock Purdy game though.
Yeah. But was it? No, that was 2 weeks ago.
No, yeah, it was a Brock. That was the one game he came back. He was fumbling the ball, and then Mac Jones comes right back under center. He's like, I'm an elite quarterback in this league.
Yeah, you're right. Yep. But then we'll slide into Sunday Night Football. We have a great game on Sunday Night Football. The 4-1 Detroit Lions going to the 2-3 Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs at 2-3 are laying 2.5 points at home here. Like I said, Sunday Night Football, 8:20 kickoff, over under at 53. Chiefs on the money line is -140. Lions at 4-1 coming into here +118. I'm guessing Vegas just doesn't think Mahomes can get to 2-4. He's going to keep getting these weird lines every week as long as their record doesn't show, Patrick Mahomes is the best
Yep.
quarterback in the league. As long as he's not 4-1, he's going to be getting these weird lines. They just don't expect the Chiefs to lose this game. I just don't see how they take down this Lions team. This Lions team is buzzing on all cylinders. It's a scary line. I know America is going to be all over the Lions in this game, but I'll take the Lions plus the 118 on the money line as a pick.
I think the best thing to take is this game is the over, because every time Jared Goff and Patrick Mahomes meet up, it is dynamite and competes for game of the year. It's good to note though that Jared Goff is 2-0 against Patrick Mahomes in his career. Remember that iconic Thursday night football game in those Rams mustards versus the Chiefs,
Yep.
where both teams were in the 50s. And remember last year to open the season, when they went for gutsy on fourth down, ended up taking down the reigning champs in the Kansas City Chiefs in their own stadium. I like the Chiefs here to get the job done, though. I know we're still a week or two away from Rashee Rice back in the mix, is when they're going to truly hit their peak. But the running game's getting going a little bit. We're finding Pater with Isaiah Pacheco, Xavier Worthy, Tyquan Thornton are nice chemistry builders with Patrick Mahomes. Travis Kelce's getting more and more involved. I know it's not his birthday nor Taylor Swift album drop week, so maybe he doesn't go as crazy as he did last week. As I did hit those on the card there to stay at, I believe, plus 29 units off. That's crazy, huh?
Yeah, you're
Um,
floating around there. Yeah,
yeah,
McConkey helped me gain some ground on you, but that run you just are still on is crazy.
yeah, we're feeling it right now. We got to strike it while the iron's hot, but these prime times games have been absolutely nails lately, and that Kelsey spot and the Mahomes alternate line to go over 300 in the prime time really speaks to the dominance that Patrick Mahomes has in the prime time. One thing I've been missing on, neither of us have really put on this year, is Patrick Mahomes' rushing lines. I mean, that's been the big dynamic part of his game to will his team to win. He's playing hero ball. I think he ran for 60 yards and a touchdown again last week, and he's going to have to keep doing it if this Pacheco Hunt run game is a bit non-existent. Their defense is going to have their hands full, though, because the amount of weapons on that Lions offense that Goff has is crazy. You have Sonic and Knuckles with Demont and Gibbs. They can always both find the end zone. Laporta actually came to life last week. That was the best game of the season, maybe his
Yeah.
best game in 2 years. Amon-Ra St. Brown, top 5, top 10 receiver. And they still have guys like Tesla and Jameson Williams that they have yet to unlock to their full potential. I like the over here. I like the Chiefs to get the job done at home. Not my most confident pick, but I do think that Mahomes has a big game here. Look at all of his props, as he's going to have to really do a ton to keep his team in it against one of the strongest offenses in the NFL.
Yeah, I agree there. Yeah, good Sunday night matchup. Good 5 games on the slate today. Obviously, my plays are already posted, so you can get all of our plays. Hit the books.pod on Instagram. Hit the books_pod on Twitter. Then make sure, obviously, wherever you're watching, like, follow, share, subscribe. We got our mortal locks for this week. Our team parlay will be posted on our Instagram and Twitter. So stay tuned for that this week. We are going to just post it. We do not have it officially determined yet. So stay tuned to our social media for the parlay of the week. My mortal lock this week, one pick I already gave out. It is already on my card. It is the Jacksonville Jaguars on the money line. Ace, do you have a mortal lock for the people?
Yeah, I mean, coming in, there's a lot we can look at today. Is it a touchdown? I'm big on those anytime touchdowns. But I think I'll take a side in this one, Huff. I think I will take the Cowboys as a mortal lock here this week. I know that the spread isn't screaming mortal lock, but I don't think they lose to this Panthers team. Panthers riding high off of win. I know they do have their 2 wins at home, and that line has dropped down to 2.5 now too, which I actually love. You know what? We'll take them with the spread too. Let's lay that juice for the people. Mortal lock. Sometimes we give them to you, and they're a little bit juiced up, but let's go with the Dallas Cowboys to get the job done here. Chat saying Lions Chiefs both QBs over today. Yeah, I mean, I think I love that pick. I think that that's a very good matchup. Another mortal lock for you, Huff, if you want an anytime touchdown. I think Josh Jacobs finds the end zone against the Cincinnati Bengals.
I like that one. The one I was at, my favorite anytime touchdown is probably going to be on my card in Sunday Night Football. I like Amon-Ra to score.
I think you can take almost everybody in that game. Who doesn't score in that game is a better question.
Yeah, I was going to say Gibbs. I'd say for the Lions, probably Gibbs, maybe a Montgomery, Amon-Ra,
Laporta,
maybe
could
a
you see a
J-Mo.
Jameson Williams
Yeah.
bomb? And then on that Chiefs side of the ball, I think definitely Kelsey. I think Mahomes runs one in. Worthy
Probably a
maybe
running back, Kareem Hunt, maybe.
I don't know. Those running backs are they get vultured by Pat this year too. He likes
Yeah.
to take them himself now. I think Pacheco had a receiving touchdown. I don't even know if he has a true rushing touchdown in the year, but I think definitely through the air. But yeah, we're gonna take the over in that one too. It sounds like we could both be putting that over on our card the way we're talking about it. We'll have to see though.
Yeah. Absolutely. And like I said, hit the Book Stop Pod on Instagram for all of our plays. Make sure you stay tuned tomorrow for our Monday night plays. We have 2 games, another doubleheader on Monday night with Atlanta and Buffalo, and then Chicago and Washington there. 2 games tomorrow night, ESPN and ABC. Thanks for listening, and we will see you guys next week for week 7 already in the NFL, a third of the way through the NFL regular season. It is crazy. Yeah, we're already almost halfway there, but thanks for listening. We'll see you guys this week for week 7 in the NFL. Leave us a like, follow, share, subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
Go Pats, baby.